My name is Rana Husseini. I'm a human rights activist, a journalist, and an author. My work focuses on reporting on women who get killed in the name of family honor. And I've been doing it for 17 years. Early on in my career, I came across a very sad story of a 16-year-old schoolgirl who was killed by her brother because another brother raped her. Basically, they blamed her for the rape, and she was a victim 5 or 6 times. Because her brother raped her, and then he threatened to kill her if she told her family. She had to tell her family because she became pregnant. She underwent a secret abortion. He tried to kill her. She survived. And then she was married after a man 34 years older than her. And 6 months later, this man divorced her. And the day he divorced her, they killed her. And they blamed her for, seducing her brother to sleep with her. And then at that time, nobody was really talking about this issue. So I decided that I wanted to focus on this issue and be the voice of these women who are killed and nobody's saying anything about them. I felt that what I was doing is part of my religion. Our religion says that you have to stand for what's wrong and you have to fight for justice. And I felt it was my duty as a woman and a human being to report about these women, because I wanted to document somewhere that these women lived on this earth and someone robbed them of their lives. And I thought this was one way of showing the world that this is happening and we need to do something about it. And for me, this is an award, because when you fight for someone's life, the right to live, it's part of what God wants us to do. One of the things that was always on my mind was the roots of these murders, the roots of violence against women, the roots of female genital mutilation, all these practices against women. And the problem is that in our daytime, when you read literature, when you read media, when you read books, it makes it look like as if it's an Islamic character, and that it's Islamic and it's supported by Islam, and but I was surprised to see that, violence against women, killing women, female genital mutilation, all this harmful practices against women were basically sourced back to the ancient civilizations. In the ancient civilizations, women were punished for adultery. Sometimes, of course, in some civilizations, men were also punished. But in some civilizations, it was only women who were punished. Until the early 1900s and the 20th century, let's say, women were also persecuted in the West for committing adultery, for many things. And things changed after the Industrial Revolution. After certain things, societies advanced, but you still see violence against women committed. You still see women being killed. You still see reports of abuse of women. I mean, for example, if you look at UN figures 15 or 20 years ago, they would say 1 in 4 women will be subjected to some form of violence in her life in the world. Now they're saying 1 in 3 women. We've been fighting for against the so-called honor crimes and violence against women for the past 10 or 15 years. And there's a major change in Jordan in all aspects, not just legal aspects. When I started, I would cover stories of men who would kill their female relatives and get 3 or 6 months in prison. Now, the courts do not tolerate this anymore. It's the minimum is 10 years. So this, you're talking from 3 months to 10 years. That's a big change. Of course, we strive to get more punishment, but at least now men who kill their female relatives know that they will spend time behind bars, not like before. You have a change in attitudes among the people. Now the people who reject these murders, the number is increasing. People who are rejecting lenient sentences is increasing. There are more men and women who are involved in the civil society movement and all of that. So, this is very important. You have more community leaders, religious leaders, the government, the royal family. Everybody's involved. The media also shifted the way it used to handle these issues. The judiciary, the prosecutors, the criminal prosecutors, also they have changed their attitudes toward these murders. And this is one way to to raise awareness, to change attitudes, to try to minimize the effects of these murders, to try to protect women. It's unfortunate that we cannot protect, murders still happen, but at least we see this change. And I'm sure in the future we will see a decrease to these crimes.